He existed, he lived, he breathed, yet in the labyrinthine archives of human existence he left no trace, no birth certificate, no social security number, no fingerprint on file. It was as if he had materialized from the ether, a phantom inhabiting the skin of an ordinary man. His name, or the name he chose to use, was Peter Bergsmith. In the annals of unexplained mysteries, his case stands alone. Not for the theatrics of his disappearance, but for the utter void that preceded it. A void that swallowed even his own memories, leaving behind a chilling question: who was the man who never was? The year was 1998. The bustling city of Seattle thrummed with the pulse of everyday life, oblivious to the enigma unfolding within its midst. It was here, in a nondescript apartment building nestled in the city's heart, that the mystery of Peter Bergsmith first took root. He was discovered, quite by chance, by his landlord during a routine maintenance check. Unresponsive, lying peacefully in his bed, he appeared to have succumbed to a heart attack. His apartment, meticulously organized, held no suicide note, no hint of foul play, just the mundane artifacts of a solitary existence. Yet when authorities arrived, a chilling truth began to surface. There was no Peter Bergsmith registered in any database, no family contacted, no next of kin informed. It was as if he had been living on borrowed time, his existence a carefully constructed illusion. The investigation, spearheaded by Detective Michael Lawson, a seasoned veteran with a nose for the unusual, quickly hit a wall. Peter Bergsmith, it seemed, was a master of anonymity. His apartment lease, paid in cash, led to a P.O. box, which in turn led to another dead end. Undeterred, Lawson dug deeper, meticulously piecing together fragments of a life lived in shadow. He uncovered a trail of aliases: David Thompson in Portland, John Smith in Denver. Meticulously crafted, meticulously discarded. Each alias painted a similar picture: a quiet, unassuming man, drifting from job to job, city to city, never staying long enough to form lasting connections. Transience, a life designed to evade, to erase its own footprints. As Lawson tightened the noose around Bergsmith's past, he managed to track down a handful of individuals who had crossed paths with the elusive man. A former colleague from a construction site in Denver, a waitress from a diner in Portland, each encounter brief, each memory hazy. They spoke of a man haunted by his past, his eyes perpetually scanning the horizon, his demeanor guarded. One mentioned a faint European accent that surfaced in moments of stress. Another, a proficiency in languages unusual for someone with his assumed background. But whenever Lawson delved deeper, probing into Bergsmith's origins, his purpose, the man clammed up, a curtain of fear descending over his features. It was clear he harbored secrets, dark and deeply buried, secrets he was willing to take to his grave. Section 5. Vanished into thin air. The investigation reached a fever pitch, the media frenzy surrounding the man with no past growing with each passing day. Theories abounded. Was he a fugitive on the run? A government agent operating under deep cover? A victim of amnesia, desperately trying to piece together his shattered identity? Then, just as suddenly as it began, the trail went cold. Bergsmith, apprehended for questioning, vanished from a secure hospital room, leaving behind no trace, no explanation. It was as if he had melted into the very walls, a phantom disappearing into the ether once more. The authorities were baffled. How could a man under constant surveillance simply vanish? Had someone helped him escape? Or had he, with the cunning of a seasoned operative, orchestrated his own disappearance, slipping through the cracks of a system that had never truly known him? Section 6. The Shadow of Espionage. In the absence of answers, speculation ran wild. Some whispered of government conspiracies pointing to Bergsmith's elusive nature and apparent proficiency in espionage tradecraft as evidence of a clandestine past. Had he been a spy, they wondered, his life a tangled web of covert operations and assumed identities? Did his sudden disappearance signify a mission gone awry, a threat to national security? The theory, while tantalizing, remained just that, a theory. No government agency ever stepped forward to claim Bergsmith as one of their own. No evidence, aside from his uncanny ability to disappear, ever surfaced to corroborate the claims. Section 7. A Master of Deception. Others, more pragmatically, propose that Bergsmith was simply a con man of unparalleled skill, a chameleon who had spent his life weaving elaborate fictions, assuming new roles as easily as others changed clothes. Perhaps, they argued, his entire existence had been a carefully constructed lie, a house of cards built on deception and fueled by a pathological need to evade capture. His disappearance, in this light, was merely the final act of a master illusionist, leaving the world to grapple with the remnants of his grand deception. This theory, while less sensational than the espionage angle, held a certain chilling logic. It painted a picture of a man so adept at deceit that he had managed to erase his true self, becoming a ghost in his own right. Section 8. The Enigma Endures. Despite years of investigation, countless dead ends, and a media firestorm that eventually died down to embers, the mystery of Peter Bergsmith, the man who never existed, remained unsolved. He became a ghost story whispered in the corridors of law enforcement, a cautionary tale about the shadows that lurk beneath the surface of even the most ordinary lives. Did he ever find peace, a place where he could shed his assumed identities and finally be himself? Or was he forever condemned to a life on the run, haunted by the ghosts of his past, forever seeking refuge in the anonymity he so carefully cultivated? These questions lingered, unanswered, echoing through the years, a testament to the enduring power of a mystery that refused to be solved. Section 9. A Legacy of Questions. In the end, Peter Bergsmith's story is not one of answers, but of questions. Questions that gnaw at the edges of our understanding, reminding us that for all our advancements, for all our certainty, there remain vast, uncharted territories within the human experience. He becomes a chilling reminder that the line between reality and illusion is often razor thin, that the very fabric of identity is a fragile thing, easily torn, easily discarded. And as we grapple with the enigma of his existence, we are left to confront a disturbing truth, that sometimes the most unsettling mysteries are those that hit closest to home, forcing us to confront the very nature of our own existence. And in the silence left by his absence, we are left to ponder the profound implications of a life lived and lost in the shadows. The chilling mystery of the man who never existed lives on, a stark reminder that some secrets, like some stories, are destined to remain untold.